One thing I wish I knew before I had children in this country was that I'm going to lack community support. I'm going to lack family support. Now, I am bebree na de say my Canada me person me Canadian baby near the day. Baby cry is going to have an effect on my status. Baby cry is going to help me in my immigration pathway. Maybe I menya CC biskanke senkiti from government or me ba be Canadian. Bebree na that is money so adi hu, but there is more to it. In fact, kuma de wanya ma ebehwe kama. Or you have a doctor, you go to your gynecologist, obstetrician, you have hospital appointment, as long as you qualify for healthcare benefits there. Any problem, unless I has a vista and busy hanum say no, say your bar nasa wanyama. And that's the own da or more healthcare, provincial healthcare program you're going to be paying out of pocket and it's expensive. Intimate for some more inquire about some provinces no. If it's something you have to pay with a private insurance, please do it. And now I can't ever do so. Now, me my family there, minya papa. I was taking care of. Na minim edu baby no me compare family doctor share me refer me my gynecologist and obstetrician. Kopum say me wo ya you are entitled to your own room. I had extended benefits. I didn't share any hospital room with anybody. I had all natural birth within 24 hours. You be you am walk fear. We C-section within 48 hours. I just saw a complication. 48 hours you are going back home. I also say woman say me anom. My first born wo krum hanom no. Na sa da na me kwa wono na me ye aduane asisi ho. I was prepping. I mean him say metimi awo anytime, but I didn't know it's going to happen that moment. Inti nnuane ala me nyina awo kam no mija esi stove no so na me ni me kunu pa ye be send hospital. Ya mba fie kwara biem kopum say baby ne buy I didn't be fie. Me buy ne nnuane amaye nyina no. Ni nyina asai. Cause obi ani fie a obehwe me chiama me. Me bedru and my husband had to go get one or two things for myself and the baby and even the household. Minti me nyimani enka se wombra no betwitwum kukum ana ombesisi fie ho. Me yasa ma anye nipasam. Entina e wosa me de bo me bo oba ma ofoforo me woda. Amede me ba ne esi baby, eto baby. Na me ko siesie fie honom. I didn't have a break. One mistake that we also did was that when the baby is crying at night, of course, which a lot of babies do, we are all awake to take care of the baby. So I want to tell you, say, one of you should dedicate your time at certain periods to the baby. Ntiakobane se anajo baby ne beso ya hadwen a mumu ba ko pe na wo se nyane ba ko no manenda e mane nyoya we beka san and I mean na mehwa akla no and anim se maami bia ne papa bia ne ha and akra ne su and ahofimi ma be manenda da wo ba no so na beda in the night now be pompe na o formula na baba akra na ma be ma no so and stay awake na wo da said be anopa no sorry one of you will have energy to take on the day because having a baby is a full-time job. The mummy no nyina mo bra na jo a ebedwa anopa no na muntimi nya mo hwe na obi aye no yonko ho ahyi e de big to e ba wade no so yento aso me bedwu fie no me hya sese me ye aduane me hya sese me hwe mo so Ghana nke beka se ye bo afumu watensi hye so e de ade anya ni nyina bi I went by the Western way because that was the only way I knew. About 9 years ago when I had a child here, I had a midwife or a public health nurse, I think, come to my house and give me some starter pack for babies and mothers. Bathing base in kakra, and kulanta de kakra, mattress kakra, klemiane kakra, this anyama no. Just to support you, oba otnase, no share said ya wani akra no monkekan esitie. No no edi nkomo if you have any issue, akra no send na ositie, how are you relating? Uya mo bia wade krata bia hye won makasa call this number, do this, do that. Owi asore ko. Ombe sam ne nan engu ndware oba ne ma. Ombe no aduane ma undi. Ombe si unyama ma. Ni nyina eda wo so and it is painful. Eja. My mother will be on phone with me for so many hours. Yeni say, funny say, but still, if you qualify for EI, thankfully, you are good to go because the financial aspect of staying home to take care of a child, no, it is a whole lot in this country. Yeni homeda, intinu ye den, wawo, dia dio, ubetia bills. So if your household depend on a 2 income, na se akobane se aka nipa ba ko pe na ye adwuma aba ako no tifie no en qualify for EI enye mutiate so make sure say before you have a child in this country no aye adwuma for the required amount of hours wo province ni here so that you qualify for EI. If you're a student in BCI, you are eligible for employment insurance as long as you've worked for about 600 to 720 hours right from the start of your claim, counting back a year ago. I qualified for EI and I didn't even know. Someone had to prompt me as an AME application. Because I didn't know anybody, I kept to myself a lot. And my baby pharmacy. But thankfully, I was able to apply for EI and then get my benefits. I stayed home for about 18 months because I felt like I wasn't ready to leave my child. When I'm Dinijano, that's also another aspect. You can stay home in Canada for a period of 18 months maximum and take care of your baby. You bet you are Pasa what's nephew 12 months you bet you are so. But what's nephew 18 months I can back from us and sell nephew 12 months. Opaso Kunusukra nephew. If you baby parental leave, or bet me to kill leave from work, on this bet me a ear, you bet you I hope you're understanding that. Now, Kroma no ma can who sell your bad time, especially Ubet's nephew for more than 3 to 5 years. Because our cranning call kindergarten are also enjoy. Me imagine some mammy baby uncle preschool, me mammy baby uncle daycare. Copim sir, no bet say, no qua, the busy my catch me. Kroma so and son are crown no better, and I'm someone on quanish if you know, a check a crack. One here and no better, no cobe 4 years, and some crown with me with Dinkoma Moatia Samonos what to us. 4 years so the any 5 years and then cross to best so Beko school, now also many 5 years as son of public school, which starts from kindergarten. It is all about Kroma, now I wagin say, or Chna Benyama, can who's Obet's nephew for 5 years, and Sana Obequad Mawako, when you did some year. Bet me a human be, but I hear so crampa 9 times because you need time for the kids to stay at home in the morning and afternoon when they are back from school. No mother and a joa where home aquajuma. If you have a supportive husband like mine, move to me at hours no and do what works for you. Be a single mother there any boo ubebrankasa. Just trust me, if you are not a PR or Canadian yet, there are so many subsidies, there are so many benefits you do not qualify for. You are going to be paying out of pocket. In Taya or Sawa or Banacre daycare and preschool said about juma. Wakachiano, you are going to use it to pay for daycare or preschool. Baby crank, next they could see what's Nefianke, no Hawadia. To one pass while back, now banana 3 years, 4 years. Now, one can himself and Chatham baby kindergarten and mamma so hammy, because kindergarten is full-time studies and Chronicle 8 number 3. Abe one was our conyum to Bako, no swaba, no swaba, Jomre, now bet's nephew. Remember also now one no musha you must sing, I will be a calling himself. The chroma and Mophono, the one I just saw a saw one, or about what was so what the 3 years now by me and son 9. What's in the self room? The last born ever kindergarten. Be what's nephew bears 5 to 6 years. Because we are wabble bosso. No sacram when Jesus is cow. Because with the EI and I make a some no upon once an hour bosso. Didn't qualify for subsequent years. You have a child. What I say? Bishop Fia Chankasa. Obi any hado babkakujano, maybe any. If you are lucky to invite your mom or a relative to come over, Oba acha within 1 year, also must go back. This is a PR and also a Canadian. You can apply for sponsorship for grandparents and it a more quite some bets nakuma for a minimum of 5 years, which can be extended. Yes, our party, or your student, or your visitor, or your worker. Upon one some said you'll be see a breno. When I say there is no support, I mean it. You cannot trust just anybody too, because everybody is keeping to themselves. The only people you can trust, you have to pay them. And paying them is like robbing Peter to pay Paul, because I do my abonten and no one be chomoka. I can persult as a single mother, and now know ukunaba kruma majai. Obebre, it's a tough life here when it comes to raising kids. So this is one thing I knew before I started having kids. And come to me boss, Abia, menyami PR and I menyam work permit, na me invite mamma manaba. Nya visa mabomode ashada na manyem amenyema enam some mama oversent no betimi asa babiem hwehwe me ene me ma. That is the ideal situation. This ideal situation enam some mum bebre na mum person befa sa kwan papa no so na manyam nkrata nti no be kwa wanya ba won so no na wanyini so a na awo no so kwa echi wo de sa no ba akomienu bi na wo ho chirew. It's not easy out here. So let me know one thing you knew about childcare, motherhood and parenting here abroad.